Hi everybody, this is Bogus Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends X-23 Wolverine figure. So before we take a look at X-23, let's take a look at her accessories. Now, before I start this review, I did want to say that I have quite a few older figures that I'm trying to review. I got really caught up trying to do some new reviews, like the Avengers Endgame wave, and ended up reviewing more new figures than old. So I have quite a few older figures to review to get out of the way now. So for her accessories, she comes with the left arm of Sauron. She comes with an alternate head sculpt. So let's go ahead and take the head off. Now the first time I tried this, I broke the hair off and I had to glue it back up in the head because the hair in the head is a separate piece. So I'd recommend grabbing her chin right here or the top of her mask, probably her chin and her mask, to get it off without breaking it. And the alternate head sculpt, it's a really tiny head peg. The torso, the upper torso, is brand new because of this peg right here. And so switching that out, just pop it on like that. And this is a good head sculpt, but I just don't feel like it's for her. I feel like the head sculpt looks a little too old to be Laura and her, or X-23, or Wolverine, or whichever one you want to call her. I just feel like it looks older than what she is. And the head sculpt is really big compared to her body. Her body is really tiny. So this is a good head sculpt, but I just don't feel like it suits her very much. So let's go ahead and pop this head back on now. And one thing I wanted to say here is the lips and the skin tone are different colors. And that bothers me because, you know, it's the same person, so why would they change that? They could have at least tried to match up the colors a little better, because this one looks like it almost has lipstick on. So taking a look at this head sculpt, I think it looks good, but the paint apps are pretty bad on it. Like, the lips came out pretty clean, but the eyes are very spotty. You can see a lot of blue showing through the white. And at the top of the cowl there, they didn't paint all the blue on there either. But the hair looks really nice. I like how it has the windswept look to it. And it's a very rubbery plastic. But it looks really good. You can get a lot of cool action poses with this because her hair has that flowy, actiony look to it. And looking at the body, there's no sculpted detail to it. It's just painted on. And it's painted on pretty badly. And right here on the shoulders, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's like this swirl right here that almost looks like melted plastic. And I'm not sure what that is, but it looks pretty bad. And looking at the stripes of the figure, the blue is showing through. And that's one thing on the whole figure, is they shouldn't have painted the yellow over the blue. Like right here, it's showing through really bad. And on her torso right here, it's not too bad. The lines are pretty clean. But right here on her legs, it gets really bad. Especially right here on her inner thigh. That's where it's the worst, where you can see the blue showing through right there. And over here it almost looks greenish because the blue's showing through. And it doesn't even look like they made an effort to paint the lines on the boots. Because the line is clear over here, and it is very spotty. As you can see, there is a lot of scuffage right there. And especially on the back. That looks really horrible right there. And she has a brand new belt. This belt hasn't been used before, and it's very soft. I was going to glue it down, but you can, there's a dip right there above her hip. You can kind of push it down over that, and it'll stay. And she has the claws on her hands, which I'm pretty sure this is. Yes, it's the same hand as the previous X-23. So they used the previous hands for that. And she has new feet this time, and they have the toe claws on them. But they aren't removable. Well, you can remove them, but it'll leave a giant hole in the toe. But these I had to glue down because in the package they were broken. So I wish Hasbro would have maybe made interchangeable feet. That sounds really weird, but I would have preferred that because these do look good. But, you know, you don't want to have them on her the whole time when you're posing her around. And if you take these out, then she has holes in her feet. So that looks even weirder. So now let's go over the articulation. She has a ball-jointed head that can look back all the way. Since the hair is soft, it doesn't hinder that. She can look down all the way. She can move her head side to side. She has ball-jointed shoulders that can move out all the way and then some. Can move out that far. She has single-jointed elbows that can bend in all the way. She has swiveled wrist that can move side to side and up and down. She has ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way, and really not much forward. Not forward much more than she was already, because she was just right there and she'll only go to there. So she really doesn't have that much articulation there. She has ball-jointed hips that can just about do a complete split. She can kick forward a little bit and back just a little bit. And, you know, you want to be able to get her in some really good poses. Like with these toe claws out, I want her to be able to kick enemies, you know. I tried to get her in a really cool pose kicking Taskmaster, but the best you're going to get is that. So I wish they would have given her some better hip articulation there. Also, if you move it up any farther than that, it makes that noise. She has swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, swivel at the boot that really can't move that much. It can move side to side slightly. She has swivel at the ankle that can move down all the way and up all the way, and she has an ankle rocker. So the articulation definitely could have been a lot better on this figure. So now let's do some size comparisons here. So here she is next to the previous version, the X-Force version. And this version is taller. Here she is next to Old Man Logan. And I feel like she should be taller than him, because he's pretty short. Or maybe they should be about the same height. And finally, here she is next to Dakin, which hopefully we'll get a redo of him sometime. This body mold is horrible. And he does not want to stand up. And he wants to slouch. So there she is next to the horrible version of Dakin. So overall, I wanted to like this figure, I really did, because I really like the character and I love the comic series. But this Marvel Legends figure just does not live up to the hype that I had in my head. Maybe that's another reason I don't like it, is because, you know, I set the bar really high and then it just crashed as soon as I got the figure. So overall, maybe it's just mine that has the issues, you know, with the hair, the toe claws, and the paint. That could just be mine, but personally, I'm not a fan of this. So, that's my review, and if you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.